Hello YouTube and welcome back to Allie's Wonderland Creations. I am Alice Seraphin and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States. Welcome to my channel everybody. So this is part 2 of the tea and coffee dyeing stuff that I started because I got a great gift from Miss Kathy Klein. Thank you for these great papers, and it started me on this path. So before we go into it, from part 1, let me show you. I did finish. I haven't put the inside in, but I did finish getting this. It's all stuck down now. Okay, I did get that finished. The inside is going to have this piece of paper, but I want to do some more tea dyeing on it. And I'll probably do a little bit of Wink of Stella if I can find it, because my desk, y'all, is a mess. It's a mess. And then, so we're going to probably have 3 parts to this video, because part 2, I'm going to show you how what it looks like. Then I'm going to show you, I have these card bases that were in my bits. These are vanilla like cards. I have, what is it, 4 of them. These are all going to be thank you cards and 1 get well card. Hope I have 4 envelopes. I have 5 envelopes. Don't know where the other, hold on. Maybe I got one more very vanilla like card base in here. Probably not. Nope, I just have an extra envelope. So we'll have to stick that over there. I might end up needing it if I mess up. So I'm going to tea dye these. I'm going to even take them into my house because the house is much warmer. It's a very cold, dreary day here in Western Washington. Oh, it is. So we're going to tea dye these because I got to thinking, I was like, oh my goodness. You know, and then I'm like, oh, let's look in my box of goodies, and that's what I found. So I am going to add Wink of Stella. Now I do want to be kind of careful. I don't want to blend the color, so I'm just doing little bits. I don't want to like blend the soft suede too much in here. And by the way, I had a question on a Saturday series or Monday series about where to find my the watercolor markers and the blender pens and a few things. And I'm gonna tell you, those are all in the annual catalog. And I don't do links in my videos, guys. It's just not my thing. I'm not technically savvy, okay? And I don't know if I want to be. I just want to enjoy sharing what I love with you. So I will personally send you where to find those. So here we go. You can see I did get well. I stamped these in early espresso. These, of course, are the retired Sincere Salutations, which, guys, these are such great ones. This, You're the Best, that's from Miss Phyllis. She sent me this one, and I want to use it because I think it's great. So, old Stampin' Up! Punch, the 1 3/8. This is tea-dyed paper. This little thank you is from, I'm going to show you in a minute. So, this is that really tiny, small oval punch. Retired, yes. But you guys use what you have, you know. You have circle. So, it's from that Etched in Nature set that was... didn't really make it very far, sadly. So I got that one done. Let's put it back now. I just want to do some different things with these, and I'll probably use this on the card that I used to thank you. What else did I use? Oh, I did a get well, and this one I wanted to see if that would fit. Let's see, the big oval here. Oh, that fits beautifully. Get well soon. Now I'm wondering, do I have enough room? Oh, look at that, I do. So let's punch it and then stamp it. And this was all from tea dyed on white cardstock. And we're going to use the early espresso. Just because it's nice, deep, and dark. And we're going to do thanks so much from, once again, Sincere Salutations. Now, in the description of part 3, I will list the stamp sets. And if they have an R after them, that means that it has been retired. And there are many places you can look for retired stamp sets. If you are on Facebook, there is a Facebook on Marketplace called Stampin' Up! Retired Products, I think it is. And that to me is your best bet. So these, we're going to set those. Ooh, where am I going to set them? First, I'm going to clip them all together so I don't lose them. We're going to set those aside. This one, oh, let's go through. Let me move my punches here. I've got such a mess. Oh, we're going to dye that tulle ribbon. We're going to do some dyeing on this because I want to use it. And what else? Oh, put the block away. All right, let's go over what we did in part 1. So I have a lot of the coffee ones, not a lot of the tea. So this is one of those beautiful papers, which is the mini catalog. Oh, it's like on page 24 or something like that. Give me a second. 41. I was so off there. That's crazy. Page 41. I wasn't even close. So 41. Nature's Sweetness. These papers are called Nature Sweetness 12 by 12 Specialty Designer Series paper. And they're specialty because they're vellum and they are thinner, but those are them. And I have these, what we're going to use with them. Oh, thanks to Phyllis. Phyllis and Kathy, you guys are great. You inspire me. Now, this one, I'm going to tell you, oh, where are my markers? I have to lift, I moved them. I might have to move them back because I'm not sure. I'm going to work here. I have these stacking trays I got at Target. Let me show you them. Can you see these? Not really, right? Maybe if I lower them. Anyways, so I got these stacking trays. See? I labeled them. And, tear tape, glue, scrap. I have active project stamps, dimensionals, and glue dots. And then I have put my markers in them, but I keep the markers at the bottom. What I want to get out of here is hopefully an early espresso marker. I could use a blend. I'm going to try that first. And I need to keep that out now because I don't want to put it back. So I'm not sure if these are going to work for the markers because they're not like quick access. So I wanted to see if all I really want to do is outline this in early espresso. Now the newer markers have better tips for doing work like this. But I don't have a new one in early espresso, and I doubt I will buy them because not until mine run out. I mean, I would love them, but guys, you know, I'm going to use my products I have purchased until I can't use them anymore. That's just how I am. Just because they're new, if mine are still working, I'm going to use them. And you can no longer just buy individual colors. You have to buy the whole set. So I have to, trust me, the newer tips, let me show you the difference here. Trays, and more trays, right? Hold on, these gotta go together or I'm gonna be in big trouble here. All right. So let me get out one of the newer tips. Oh, we could use some pecan pie on this as well. Let's not set that on top of the other tray. So, writing tips. So this is the new tip. Oop, that's the other tip. You see that? Trying to make sure I'm in there. This really is a better tip than this. So we might use this one. Let's see if I use it in here a little bit. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I like that. I might have to cover it up now with the early espresso. I'm just outlining. Yeah, I'm going to cover it up. I started with the early espresso. I'm going to end with it. So I'm going to leave this for now, and then I'll show you the finished result. And if you're wondering, why don't you use blends? Well, blends bleed. And I don't want any bleeding out, and I'll have to grab one and show you what I mean with blends bleed. So let's grab the pecan pie blend. They don't have an early espresso. So let me grab a bit of scratch paper, one of the tea dyed ones that I just put in the recycle bin. So here we go. I'm going to explain to you the difference. So this is the early espresso marker. It doesn't really bleed out. This is the pecan pie. This is what it writes like, the pecan pie. This is the brush tip. I'll show you the early espresso. This is a finer point than this one. Do you see the difference in the width there? So this is the old one, this is the new one. This does write better, you get better coverage, but this is thinner, and this is of course the brush tip. Now let's go ahead and look at, we just need one of these. This is the bullet tip. Do you see how spread out what that is? I mean, look, if you go along, it's just gonna bleed out. It's gonna blend in. That's what it's designed to do. So there is a reason for it just bleeds out a bit, and it's not what I want to use for this. So hopefully that makes sense. This is the blends. These are the markers, the Stampin' Right markers. Oh my goodness, they have to make it a tongue twister, don't they? So that one goes in that category, this one goes in the other, and I'm gonna work on that off camera. Oh, I want to show you something I want to do. So let's go over, these are the tea dyed. This is on vanilla. This is tea. This is tea on this one, and this is early espresso ink, pecan pie ink, and cinnamon cider ink. Okay, so this is ink. These are tea dyed. This is the paper tea dyed. That's what we used on our project. We did the tea dyeing, and this is tea dyeing on this. Now that paper, I want to show you the original just so you get another look at it. It had a white, okay, the original, and this is tea dyed. So these are my tea dyed ones. I'm going to put those clipped back together, and this little bit. And then we're going to move on. Did I lose my clip? I probably lost my clip. Nope. So these are tea dyed. I'm probably going to use this, guys, on the inside of this card, just so you know. In fact, let's just put it in there. I need to take that piece out because I need to tea dye it. That's going to go on the inside. My fingers are cold. All right, tea dyeing. Let's look at the coffee dyed. Might have to bring the other ones back. So this is coffee dyed. This one is not dyed yet, and we're going to do the card bases on camera, keeping that to compare. This is that matting board for photos. I think that's what that is. Love that. Where's my other one? I should have one that's tea dyed. Oh, that's a mixture of it. Okay, so this is coffee dyed. This is white coffee dyed. This, I believe I did the coffee because I did the sponging. Now this, you're not going to believe, it makes it all look gold. I'm telling you, it's crazy. Just love it. So comparison. So there. So coffee dyed, tea dyed. Looks like it's a whole different piece. Look at that. You don't see any of that white, bright white. It's lovely. It's just lovely. This one is coffee dyed, and it's originally looked as such. Big difference there. And then we have this piece, which is like beautifully pinned, old retired one. I only have this little bit left, and probably this much left in the package, but coffee dyed regular. And this, of course, is the coffee dyed wood grain, which I like it so much better that way. I have one more to share with you, and that's this piece. Now this piece, okay, this one, I believe I tea dyed it, and this is the one where I took the coffee sponge and I did little droplets all over it. Really cool looking, isn't it? I think so anyways. So we're going to do the card bases together. Oh, and this is the coffee dyed book page. So coffee and tea. Coffee, tea. So anyways, we're going to put these aside, not that one. And video 2, sorry, we're not making actual cards because where is the clip? Lost the clip. All right, we are gonna tea dye the card bases for some of these. Some of these I will set aside and use, or maybe I'll mail out to a 5th person what's left over that got coffee dyed and tea dyed, and let them make. So we're gonna now tea dye this. I'm looking for a paper towel. And I still have, even though my room is super cold, I need to bring another, we're just going to do the whole thing. So that's it for that tulle ribbon. And this, yes, was retired. I just want to take the tape off of it because I might need that little extra bit. Who knows? That little bit might just be what was needed. So we're going to go like so. And I'm going to do tea dyeing on this. So I still have my old tea and my old coffee here. Okay. Oh, this is so zoomed in, guys. Give me a second. Give me a second. This is really, really zoomed in. Let's have to take it out of its holder. All right. Sorry. They're much better. Much better. So coffee and tea. And the coffee, y'all, my hands are going to be stained again. Just squeeze it because I left the sponge in it. Towel time. But we are not using coffee on the ribbon because I want it to be lighter. We're going to use the tea. And I'm just using the tea bag. And because it's so saturated, I'm just dabbing it. And it's making it look really cool. There's these dark little circles coming up around the little polka dots. You can do this with any ribbon that you would like. Organdy ribbon, if you find some at any store. This just is some Stampin' Up! Ribbon that this is what's left of it. And we're going to have fun with it. I'm just trying to make sure all my little polka dots are good and saturated. So this now is gonna like hang up here on my camera stand. That's a good spot for it, right? And let's fold this over. It's getting really saturated. And, or maybe not. What are we? Oh, we're tea dyeing this piece. I should do it up and down like this. All right, so that piece is done. I don't want to put the tea bag back. And it's okay. These little spots are just going to make it look that much cooler. Setting it over there. Let's do, I want to, oh, that one's already done. I want to do this edge, and I did this in coffee, so all I'm doing is taking this really saturated sponge. I told you, I'll probably have to do this again, but I'm just making it darker. It's already been tea dyed. This is just going to darken up those edges. That's for the inside of that card. Now the card bases. So we have card base number 1. We're going to do the whole thing. I just don't want it saturated. So let's start with coffee because I want to get a see just what it's going to look like. You don't really got to do the middle, just around the outside. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and give the back a swipe with it. You can swirl it on. Then I would wipe it up and down. That's the back. This is the front. Oh, it's going to be great. Now I got to open it up. And you're like, that's a lot of work for a card. But you know what? I mean, we do this because we like crafting, right? So yeah, it's worth it. It's prep work. So I'm going to set that up over there. That was coffee. Let's see. I have an idea I want to try. This one's going to be tea. It's going to be lighter. You can see the tea grounds are coming through the bag. Let's open her up. Got to do the back. Oh, that's going to look really cool if I let it stay there, but I'm not. But it would look really cool. I might have to check the front, the inside. It's because the tabletop is wet. Stop letting it sit there. But anyways, that's going to look really cool. So this one also is going to get hung up over there. Cow time. So I was wondering if, this is an if I can stamp with this. So the one that I think would work, if it does work, is going to be the coffee because it's darker. So what was I, oh, I have a stamp over here. Ooh. Let's try this. This is that Toil background stamp of Stampin' Ups. Well stained, well loved. Did I not clean it? I'm going to have to take this in and scrub it, but it looks good. Maybe. Maybe. Nope, we're going to clean it. So, if you guys are familiar with Stampin' Up, I used to have a big bottle of this. Now I can't find it. So this is their Stampin' Miss Rubber Stamp Cleaner. So we're going to put this on here. Toothbrushes, guys, are one of your best friends. I have some in the house. Of course, you guys have seen my little stash out here. And I'm going to use this blue one. So this is a, I would not put this on your polymer stamps, but this is for the red rubber stamps. And I'm taking the toothbrush and I'm just going to give her a scrub, and then we're going to spray it all off on our Stampin' Scrub. Alright, see, you can see some of that blue on there. I don't want any of the blue, so we got to get it good and clean to use it. Just how it is. So here's my Stampin' Scrub. No, you guys have seen me do this before. I'm going to start up at the top and I'm going to spritz it. Because I don't have, I mean, I have a little bit of water in there. You could use a water bottle. That little spritzer there, that one's just from the dollar store. So, or, because I'm going to take my things in, clean it off really good. Now I see some areas that might need a little bit more. Some of it's just staining from years and years of use, so not like overly worried about it. Okay. Taking on this one, I'm going to give it a little shimmy, shimmy, shimmy dance. Then I'm going to dry it with a towel. And I don't know, how many of you guys out there have the Stampin' Chamois? You know, I love it for the quickness you can scrub a stamp off. However, I am finding, look at all that's on there. I am finding this is going to need a good scrub with like Dawn dish soap is what it really needs. And that will happen, just not right now. I'll take it in when I go inside. So, the Stampin' Chamois, I am finding that I'm having harder, the older it is, that the harder it is to clean. I'm going to keep my water bottle over here because I'm going to take that into the house too. Toothbrush needs to go in, so that'll go by there. And let's do what I thought I was going to do. We need a sheet of paper. Just half. And I do this thing because this is how I was taught by the beautiful Miss Gina Tudela. Any of you going to on stage, say hello to her for me. If you run into her, tell her Miss Alice Seraphin says hi. So we are going to dip our sponge in the coffee and we're going to put it on here. Quickly, you know, I'm not worried about how much is on there. Dry my little hand off, and then we're going to tip it on here. There's so much on me. Okay, so now we got to get it off without smearing it. Oh, that didn't work. Some of it worked. Maybe it's too wet, so let's try the other side. Because if it doesn't work, guys, I'm just going to go over it. That's all. So maybe I need to touch off first. Oh, look, that picked up the extra. That is going to work. Oh my gosh, it's going to work. So then what I want to do, since I know it works now, right? Oh. I'm going to go like so, and I need something, because the side is facing down that had, look at how cool that is. So this is going to be the back. This is going to be the front. Oh my goodness. You can stamp with coffee. Okay. So now what I want to do is I want to see if I can get a little bit along the edge of this. So let's see. We're not going to re-douse it down in coffee. We're just going to pick it up and try to get some more right along the edge. Oh, I can't believe it, guys. Oh, God, I can't believe it. Thank you. Sometimes things work out. Lord, you are amazing. Oh my goodness, I love it. There could be a little bit more there, but I don't want to fool with it. What I do want to do is do an envelope to match that right away, because I don't want my ink to, where's my stamp? Ink, my coffee, to dry up. I am going to do the entire front. And we haven't redone anything to this. Just try not to use wet paper when you are doing this. You don't want ink on this to get on there. So then we're going to pick it up. Look at that. Okay, I'm going to open this piece up. I never would have thought that that would have worked out so beautifully, but it does. Now we're going to do the back. I can't believe it's so cool. Oh. All right. This is amazing. I'm looking around thinking, okay, what do I have right now that I can make this card? Can't believe it. I just need to find a spot that hasn't been used to wipe and dry that up. I am so... Look at that. That's the envelope, guys. Look how cool that is. And it's light enough you can write on that. That is... I am so excited. Oh my goodness. So excited. Okay, this needs to be cleaned. Oh, I can use the linen one. Let's do another. Where's my big old background stamps? Hold up. So we have script. Where's the linen one? Where's the linen background stamp? I can't find it. All right, we'll do this one. Repeat. So here we go. We're going to do the card base. That's the envelope. This is the last one. I have the linen. I don't know. My stamp room's a mess. So I do know now we don't want to saturate it. And the sponge is pretty darn saturated. So I might have to re-ink the actual stamp up because I'm not putting as much on it. So we're going to do the card base. I need a piece of paper. You can, even if you don't have the wooden background stamps, guys, you can do these with the regular background stamps. I would just make sure that they are on a solid surface. I think that's, oh, look at how gorgeous. My goodness. That's gorgeous, guys. I'm not going to do the back of this because this, I can't believe that's just with coffee. So let's do an envelope next and see if we can get it just as gorgeous. Can you guys believe how this works? I just don't. Oh, except I should have done it this way, but that's okay. That's all right. We're just gonna go along with it. Live and learn. All right. So I have two. I just can't believe how cool this is. Okay. The third time didn't work as well, but there's still a little bit on there. I just can't believe that worked like that. That is so exciting. Okay. That stamp needs to get cleaned. And we're going to call it... good. Well, let's go ahead and do these. So I have one tea dyed and one coffee. So we'll do the coffee first since that's what we're already doing. Oops. Okay, there's one envelope. I'm going to open the back up because I want to make sure it does not glue itself shut. Now to the tea. Even though I just want to make sure it doesn't stick to itself is all, because I like to glue my envelopes shut with glue. this is going to be very, very subtle. Opening it up so it can dry. And that's it, guys. I will see you back in a few hours when all this stuff has dried. And I might sit here while it's drying and put together cards with card bases and get my ideas together. So thanks for watching, everybody, and I hope this inspires you to go into your pantry. Try something new. If you don't like this aged look to weathered cards, that's okay. I appreciate you watching. And as always, I wish and I hope that you come back and visit me in my Wonderland. Bye-bye for now.